Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh, it is the last day of 2025. I cannot believe how fast a year goes by. And if you're like me, you are wondering what you did this year. What did you accomplish? What did you not accomplish? What are you carrying into 2026? Well, my name is Laurin Turner, and this time last year, I don't know, I made a big leap of faith. I decided to quit a job that I had full-time done for 19 years as a choreographer. My background, y'all, it's over 30 years I've been in this business as first a performer, singer, dancer, then as a choreographer, and as a producer, casting agent. And I love what I do. The fact that I've been able to stay in this business this long has been pretty great in different aspects of it. And I think, I loved what I did with this company. I loved creating, and there's been so many great people. I've met so many great dance numbers that I have in my repertoire. And I really do love it. But I felt stuck too. I felt like there was more that I wanted to do. And I had every excuse in the world not to put it in motion. I was way too busy, which I was. You're producing shows, you're creating shows, you're going to rehearse them, you're doing all that all year long. And it's almost like you see how fast a year goes by, all those projects, and like, oh, I didn't have time. But I needed to make time because there was a part of me in my career that I felt a little stagnant. I still loved what I did. I started letting other people's opinions really affect what I was doing. And I call it having to just put my blinders on and go, wait a minute, who am I? What do I want to do? And how can I continue to create and give back to all the people in entertainment and those who even love watching entertainment? So that's kind of what I'm doing. I've also been on tour with artists like Toby Keith and Brenda Lee as a backup singer, and then creating all these different shows for artists and theme parks and cruise ships. And now I wanted to put in motion a podcast that I called Lyric in Motion. And Lyric in Motion basically features independent artists, and I interview them and then put choreography to one of their original songs. I wanted to make it a platform for not only independent singers, artists, but for dancers, choreographers, and all creatives, really. So that had been on my brain forever and ever and ever, y'all, for many, many years. But I finally put it in motion. So I have 3 episodes. And if you have not seen any of them, it's called Lyric in Motion. They're on YouTube right now. And I was really excited that I did them. I did the first 3. I'm like, okay, we've got this. But then I realized I have so much more to learn. Podcasting, and you know how everything changes anyway. I needed to learn more about it. So I wasn't as consistent as I thought I would be getting new episodes out, but I had to learn. So that's where I was. So I've learned a lot about podcasting, and going into 2026, definitely already have a new artist that I've interviewed, and we've created a dance to one of her songs, and I have other interviews started. So now, hopefully, I can not only incorporate that idea of lyrics in motion, bringing the song and the story of the dance together, but also just talking about other things that pertain to entertainment. And my gosh, over 30 years experience, I've got a lot that I can share. And I'm really passionate about that. So, some of these might be educational things, that tips on auditioning, tips on if you're a singer-songwriter, what do you do when that guitar is not in front of you anymore? And then interviews with other creatives. So I'm really excited that I have a lot more to share with you in 2026. If you have not seen Lyric in Motion, go back and check out the first episode with Gracie Carroll. Get to know her music. But not only that, her story is about having a true heart condition and her journey through that and how it affected her as a singer. And then there's Nathan Belt, a great country artist, and has still got songs out there. We created a line dance for him that we can all do when you hear his song, and got to know more about him and his journey. And then Sean Murray, my gosh, not only is he talking about all the great music that he's done and all his accolades, all the things he's gotten to do already as a performer, but also the journey he and his wife took with having a child, all the in vitro and all these other things. These artists are also sharing some really great life experiences that we can all learn from, and I'm sure we all relate to. So I'm excited to share that with you. And I really hope that you'll go back and check those out. And obviously, if you are an independent artist, if you're a dancer, if you're a choreographer, if you're a creative, I would love to get to know you. And I also, Lyric in Motion, do have a group, Lyric in Motion, on Facebook that's just getting started. Be part of the network. It's a great opportunity to get to know people. I am based out of Nashville, Tennessee. There's a lot of talent in this area, but I also came from a really small town in Clio, South Carolina. And there's a lot of great talent all over the world, really, but in these smaller communities. And I want to get to know y'all because I know what it's like. You grow up in a smaller community and you might not be around as much as like Nashville offers a lot of different ways to get involved in writing and singing and dancing, a lot more opportunities sometimes to be able to make a living in this business. But there's so much talent, and I want to get to know you, and I want to showcase you. So that is all what Lyric in Motion is all about. And that was a dream I had that I did actually put in motion in 2025. Other than that, I'm still learning and growing. I'm still excited to start on a new journey. And I can't say it's been real easy, but I love, getting to learn new things. Hey, it's frustrating though, because I'm not real tech savvy. So please, if you are, give me a lot of hints on that. But I am excited going into a new year. I don't make New Year's resolutions, but I do get excited about starting a new journey, So, hey, let's get to know each other. Lyric in Motion is on all the socials. Lyric in Motion podcast, Lyric in Motion 25@gmail.com. Let's start out 2026 and let's have some fun.